Hey everyone, welcome to Soul Embers. I hope you all had an awesome New Year's Eve and you're feeling really positive and hopeful about 2023, because I feel there's going to be a massive shift in the way we do things in this year. I feel we'll be investing our energy and experience in areas and with people which really bring the value to our lives. I feel we'll be taking responsibility for what we can control and finally letting go of all that enabling behavior that, really holds us back. I also feel that part of that will be letting go of the resistance, or becoming more mindful of the resistance that we feel and releasing that, surrendering that, so things can unfold a little bit more organically. All in all, 2023 is a year that brings more balance and inner harmony. So my question to you is, what do you need to leave in the year that's gone so you can receive and embrace the blessings in this year? Some of you may know what it is that you need to let go of. Others of you may not. Either way, that's what today's reading is all about, and hopefully it will offer some, direction, clarity, or maybe it will just confirm an approach you've already set in motion, which essentially adds more fuel to your confidence, right? So at the end of each year, I take some time to decompress and reflect, and I usually go away for this because if I stay home, I end up working. And this year I chose the most amazing and sacred location to take this journey. And I really wanted to share some of my experience, but most importantly, the outcome, because I just hope that perhaps it'll resonate with some of you, or some of you can relate, and it will give you some clarity or some hope about what the year ahead brings. So if you'd like to go ahead and skip straight to the reading, I would do that right about now though, okay? So as mentioned, I took about a week off and I chose to visit a warm, a laid back and spiritual destination, which is pretty standard for me and right up my alley. And as I started to drop into the moment, all the to-do lists were set aside and I started to reflect on the year that's been, I was simply overcome by exhaustion. Like, it weakened me at the knees, and it made me realize that I, like so many others, had a really tough year. And so as I usually do, I honored the exhaustion. I let it work its way through me. I listened to it, and this is what exhaustion had to say. Despite the challenges I faced, I still persevered. I showed up every day for myself, for my clients, for my daughter, for my family, for my friends. I learned a few hard lessons and I lost quite a few people along the way this year as well. So once I was reminded of all this, I wanted to understand the reason behind this feeling of exhaustion and the purpose exhaustion needed to serve. And this is what I found. The reason I felt exhausted is because I care about my standards and respect the standards of others, that I'm outgrowing and growing all the time. It's a reminder that I'm human, I'm alive, expanding every day. And these feelings are a vital part of achievement and acknowledgement. So as we enter the new year, my wish for you is to lean into what you perceive to be challenging emotions, connect with them, let them share their story with you. Remember that they are vital to your existence and growth. Thank them for fighting your battles. And then once done, remember to release them, once you understand their purpose, so you can take a breather. And trust in your tribe to support and inspire you to rise above them when you feel overwhelmed by them. Just as your support, my YouTube family, my tribe, inspire me to persist despite the challenges and not in spite of them. And so with all that said, I want to take a moment to properly thank you so very much for being a piece of my journey. Connecting with you guys inspires me to walk my talk, to further expand and educate myself, to question my methods and my motives. You inspire me to be the best version of myself because I want to continue to be of service to you. This is my purpose as I'm guided to. And that, my friends, is what great relationships are made of. So here is to a fabulous 2023 for all of us. Okay, Taurus, let's have a look and see what it is that you need to leave behind you so that you can receive your blessings in 2023. What is it that is blocking or could block those blessings from coming through to you? I will draw a couple of cards. I'm just keeping in mind that it is a collective reading, and I'm hoping that one of the messages, if not both, will resonate with you. So let's have a look and see, what does Taurus need to release to receive their blessings in 2023? What is the message for the beautiful Tauruses I'm connecting with? How can they free themselves from whatever is holding them back from receiving the blessings that they could receive? What message do we have for Taurus? One more shuffle, guys, and I'll pull the top card if nothing falls out. So there's one. Do we have another card, another message for Taurus? Do we have another message for Taurus? Okay, let's have a look and see. What have we got here? Surrender your need to always be right. Interesting, Taurus. You saw me shuffling the cards. The same message came through for Capricorn. So you may be dealing with a Capricorn, or you may have Capricorn in your chart. But surrender your need to always be right. Was it Capricorn? No, it wasn't. No, it was not Capricorn. It was one of the other earth signs. Or was it? Oh, I just don't remember. I take that all back. Now it's doing my head in. Which sign was it that drew this card? Anywho, I'm moving on. Give others the gift of letting them be right. Be yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationships. So, Taurus, it feels like, there is this element of frustration surrounding you right now when it comes to having impactful conversations where you feel that you're being heard and that the solutions that you're presenting, whether this be in your love life, whether it be at work or within your friendship group or family, whatever area of your life, if the message resonates, it will apply, right? So it feels like there's this element of frustration because people aren't taking on board what you think is valuable, like valuable solutions. Your conversations seem to lack the impact that you're wanting them to. You feel that perhaps they're not as influential as what you'd like them to be, and perhaps you're not getting the respect or the acknowledgement that you deserve for, what you have produced that has shown to be quite successful. So you're a little bit confused as to why this is happening. I feel that in 2022, a lot of your efforts were gone unrecognized. You really poured yourself into certain experiences. You really poured yourself 100%, did the best you could do by those that matter the most to you and the experiences that matter most to you, whether that be work, colleagues, networking, whatever it might be. Yet the results you received and the acknowledgement were kind of deflating, to say the least, right? And you reach that boiling point where, it's reached the point now where you lack the patience to allow others the gift of letting them be right. Perhaps in recent months, you've just kind of put your head down and been really rigid with your approach to certain scenarios because you just want things to unfold the way you want them to, and you are going down the tried and trusted path. This may have served you temporarily in certain areas and may have had a good result. However, it's now time for you to allow others to remove that. Let's say we're calling this a barrier, an obstacle from making the type of connections that need to be made in order to further advance yourself, whether it be at work or whether it be in relationships. It's now time to remove that and allow others to cooperate with you, to be interdependent rather than working independently toward the same goal. This will allow, once that obstacle is removed, what that does is it allows for you and them to form a deeper connection, to get rid of the petty arguments. And a reminder here for you, Taurus, is, you don't need to show up for every argument. And yes, you don't need to always be right. Even if you are right, and in your heart's heart, you are, choose your arguments, choose your battles. That's the message that I'm getting for that. And now, of course, guys, this message or this message that I've just flipped over may resonate on their own. Maybe both of them kind of tie in together for you. But if I were to look at the energy that I'm channeling right now and put these two together, surrender negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. So perhaps there is this lack of trust. Perhaps there is this lack, there is this lack of trust in the process. There is this disappointment that you have experienced by those that you really expected more from. And not for you, but just as far as their character goes, you expected more from, perhaps you put them on a pedestal here, Taurus, and like I said, you feel deflated. And so you are exercising a level of control because you don't want to go down a path where you're just wasting your time, or they're wasting your time by, with whatever it is that they're doing. So you have control over your thoughts, and you are controlling the narrative here, right? When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing. So by having that negative thought, when those seeds of distrust start to plant themselves, start to surface, thank them and surrender. Choose your battle. Is it really worth the argument? Does it really matter? This will allow for a more positive experience with those that this applies to. So all in all, in 2023, what I'm getting is that there is this element where we need to release control, that we need to work on cooperating and being, interdependent, and working more as part of a team, right? Whether it be in your relationship with your children, whether it be with work, whatever it may be, because that is going to allow you to expand. It's going to allow you to, it's going to educate you. You're going to learn things that are going to help with your personal, professional, and spiritual growth. It's also going to allow for those, once you're opening up to that, it's going to allow for those blessings. Whatever it is that you're trying to call in is the reason why you're carefully trying to control this so that you do get the outcome that you want. But now it's time to release and trust the process and trust in your tribe, and if there are people that, by releasing that control, you're creating space and allowing them to show you their true intentions, to show you how they resolve issues. And if they're showing you that they're not aligning with you, the sooner you find out, the better for you, so you can redirect your energy. So choosing your battles, knowing when it's time to check out or when it's time to invest, is key in 2023. But let's draw out a card from Spirit. So this deck here is called Divine Guidance. Let's see what guidance Spirit has for you when it comes to this situation. I absolutely love these decks. These images are called fractal images, and guys, look it up. So interesting the way these images affect our energy. Very, very interesting. But if you're interested, look it up and see Oh my gosh. Sorry. You know, the messages sometimes come through really hard and heavy and quick and fast, and I start to trip over my words, which is what just happened and is still happening. So I just need a moment to organize my thoughts and control the pace it's coming at me with. Oh my gosh. Okay. What message do we have for Taurus? What message do we have for Taurus? What guidance do you have for Taurus when it comes to this situation? Before you speak, Taurus, take a moment. Just take a moment. Give it a second. Allow yourself a moment to process what's been said, and ensure that what you are perceiving is the message that they're trying to communicate with you before responding. All right, I had to get that out of the way. You're a shining star. That's what you are. Illuminate. There is, you know, I feel, Taurus, you've been through quite a bit this year. There are a few hard lessons you have learnt about yourself, about the people surrounding you. I feel that you're really tuned into your intuition now. You're learning to trust your gut feeling. Follow that. Continue to cultivate that, because your spirit guides are trying to direct you, take you down the path that is going to bring you the blessings that you're looking for. Absolutely love this. Let's read the definition from the book. And maybe the number 2 means something to you specifically. Maybe it's a lucky number. But, you know, I suggest you look up the spiritual meaning of number 2, because there might be a message within that meaning that really hits home and resonates with you. And see what you can take from that and call that message, you know, bring that message to mind when you feel that need to control a situation by, you know, exercising control, if that makes sense, right? So let's have a look and see what the definition is. Illuminate. You are a shining star. In truth, you were born to illuminate the world with your light. The time has come to get out of your own way and allow yourself to be all of who you are meant to be. Remember, it is only the thoughts in your mind that hold you back, and it takes a lot more energy to hold yourself closed than it does to let yourself flow open. This card is asking you to allow yourself to take up space, to open yourself up and illuminate this world. You know, Taurus, I feel that this ties the entire message in beautifully, like it really finishes it off. And I'll hold it up for you. If that really does resonate, take a screenshot of that, meditate on the energy of that message, see what comes up for you, and lean into those thoughts and feelings that come to the surface and see where they take you. But what I'm getting here is, you know, this need to always be right has a tunnel vision. Okay, so surrendering that need is another way of saying, as the book says, it is only the thoughts in your mind that hold you back, and it takes a lot more energy to hold yourself closed than it does to let yourself flow open. By giving others the gift and letting them know that they're right, and choosing your battles, you're essentially releasing control and opening yourself up rather than being closed off, right? And once you allow yourself to flow open, you will find that your message, what you are trying to communicate, will have more of an effective, more of an impactful, and more of an impact on the receiver's end, right? Because once you're open, they will mirror that energy, and they will also be open to communication and discussion, right? And problem solving or solutions. So Allow yourself, by doing this, what you were doing is that you were allowing yourself to take up space, to open yourself up and illuminate this world. Your experiences can help others. Use yourself as an example when you are trying to express why you do the things you do. By accessing vulnerability and sharing it based on the experiences that you have makes you more relatable, Taurus. And I think that might be the key here for you. And then once those negative thoughts start to arise, thank them and know that really owning your experiences, they don't necessarily define you. It is a constant, it's evolving, right? So all the experiences put together make up, in essence, who you are today. But that will continue to change as well, right? So I hope you found that helpful. Have a fantastic start to 2023, and I will see you for your next lot of readings. Bye.